Okay, now today in this module we're going to learn about what is virtual machine and how and why we use it, and what are the key factors that we need to keep in our mind before configuring a virtual machine, and how to configure virtual machine storage and its size. Now, first of all, let's recap what actually is a virtual machine. Azure Virtual Machine is the foundation of the Azure infrastructure as a service model. Now, a virtual machine provides its own operating system, storage, networking capabilities, and can run a wide range of applications. We can also implement multiple virtual machines and configure each machine with different software and settings with the different scenarios, we can say, like development, testing, and deployment. Now, why to use virtual machine? Like we can take a few points like web hosting, storage, backup and recovery, high performance computing. Now, in case of web hosting, if we run our website using virtual machine, then it will be less expensive than going for a traditional web hosting. Now, for storage, virtual machine lets the organization avoid the extra expenses for storage and complexity of the storage management. We also require a skilled staff to maintain all the data, to recover it, or to keep the backup. And virtual machine enables the high performance computing on supercomputers, computer grids, and or computer clusters. Now, we need to keep few things in our mind before configuring the virtual machine. Like you can see the checklist here, that we need to start with the network, choose a name for the virtual machine, decide the location of the virtual machine, its size, pricing model, Azure storage to use the virtual machine, and select the operating system. Now, on the right side, as you can see, it is the naming convention for virtual machine. Now you can see here are the elements, like first is environment or purpose. Like when we name a virtual machine, the portion of the name should identify the environment or the purpose of the machine, like for what purpose we are making the virtual machine. Like we can use the dev for development, prod for production, QA for testing. Now next is the location. Like another portion of the name should specify the region where the machine will be deployed. Like you can see the example, US West, North Europe, etc. Next is instance. Like for multiple machines that have the similar names, include an instance number in the name to differentiate it in the same category. Now next is product or service. The portion of the name can specify the product, application or the service that machine supports. Last one is role. A portion of the name can specify what role the machine supports within the organization. Like for example, we like to name a virtual machine. How to name first development web server that's hosted in the US South Central. Now for that we can name the virtual machine as dev usc underscore web vm01. Okay, so here dev stands for development, USC identifies the location like the US South Central, and web indicates the machine as web server. And the 01, the number which I said, shows the machine is the first in the configuration, like I said in the instance part, that if there are multiple machines with the same name, that we can differentiate it with the number. Now, like I've discussed the checklist here, now what things we need to keep in our mind before configuring. Like first is the network configuration. Virtual networks are used in Azure to provide the private connectivity between Azure virtual machines and other services. By default, the services, those are like outside the virtual network, cannot connect with services within the virtual network. So for that we need to configure the network to allow the external services. For that we need to also keep in our mind the topology of the whole structure before doing it. Then next is the virtual machine name, as we've already discussed the naming convention before the slide. We need to keep in our mind that we should give the meaningful name that should specify the purpose of the machine, that what it is going to work on. Then next is the virtual machine size. Now there are different categories for it. Azure provides different category and storage options for virtual machine sizes, and the best way to determine the appropriate machine size is to consider the workload. Like workload your machine needs to run, like what is the work that your machine is going to do for. So on that basis we could define the size of the virtual machine. Now next is the Azure storage. Now we have Azure Managed Disk that handles the Azure storage account creation and management in the background. And we can also specify the disk size and performance, like standard or premium. Now next is virtual machine location. Azure, as we know that Azure has data centers all over the world filled with servers and desks. These centers are grouped into geographic regions like West US, North Europe, Southeast Asia, and like each machine is in a region where we want to the resources like CPU and storage to be allocated. The, mach- the location of the machine can improve the performance and ensure you meet any legal and compliance or tax requirements. But we also need to keep in our mind that the machine location can limit our availability option too. Like each region has different hardware available, and some configuration are not available in all regions. And there are price differences also, like there are different prices between location. To find the most cost effective choice, check we need to check for required configuration in different regions. Now virtual machine pricing options. Now it is divided into two parts. A subscription is billed two separate costs, like first is compute expenses and second is storage cost. So compute expenses are priced on per hour basis but billed on a per minute basis. As if the virtual machine is deployed for 55 minutes, then you are charged for only 55 minutes of usage. You are not charged for compute capacity if you stop and deallocate the virtual resources. Now, on the other hand, we have storage costs. Storage costs are charged separately for Azure's storage used by the virtual machine. The status of the virtual machine has no relation to the Azure storage charges that are incurred. Now, we need to determine the virtual machine sizing. So these are the few classification you can see: general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, storage optimized, GPU, high performance computers. Now, first is the general purpose. So you can see the general purpose virtual machines are designed to have a balanced CPU to memory ratio. So that which could be used in the scenarios like testing and development, small to medium databases, low to medium traffic web servers. Now, next one is compute optimized. Compute optimized virtual machines are designed to have a high CPU to memory ratio. So that could be used in the scenarios like medium traffic web servers, network appliances, batch processes, application servers. Next is memory optimized. Memory optimized virtual machines are designed to have a high memory to CPU ratio. Relational database servers, which could be used in the scenarios relational database servers, medium to large caches in memory analytics. Now, storage optimized. Storage optimized virtual machines are designed to have a high disk throughput and IO, like which could be used in the scenario like big data, SQL and NoSQL databases, data warehousing, large transactional databases. Next one is GPU. GPU virtual machines are specialized virtual machines which are targeted for heavy graphics and video editing. And as you can see the scenarios here, model training and inferencing with deep learning. Now the last classification is high performance computers. High performance compute offers the fastest and most powerful CPU virtual machines with optional high throughput network interfaces with the scenarios like workloads that require fast performance and high traffic networks. Now, we need to determine virtual machine storage. Like all Azure virtual machines have at least two disks, an operating system disk and a temporary disk, as you can see in this picture also. Now, virtual machine can also have one or more data disks. All disks are stored as virtual hard disk. A virtual hard disk is like a physical disk in an on-premises server, but it is virtualized. Now, virtual machine storage and disk, as we have already discussed in the previous slide, that there are two types. Now let's see it. First, operating system disk. Every virtual machine has one attached operating system. So that operating system disk has pre-installed OS, which is selected when the virtual machine is created. The OS disk is registered as Serial Advanced Technology Attachment, and it is labeled as C drive by default. Next is the data disk. Data disk is a managed disk that is attached to a virtual machine to store application data or other data. Data disks are registered and are labeled with the letter we choose. The size of a virtual machine determines how many data disks we can attach and the type of storage we use to host the data disk. Now there is a temporary disk too. Data on temporary disk might get lost if we redeploy a virtual machine. So during a standard reboot of the virtual machine, the data on the temporary drive should persist. So now there are like two system, we can say, on Windows virtual machine, the temporary disk is labeled as D drive by default, and on Linux virtual machines the temporary disk is typically like stored in this path like structure. This disk is formatted and mounted by the Azure Linux agent. Now, choosing storage for virtual machine, there are four categories you can see. First is the Azure Premium Storage, second is the multiple storage disk, third is the managed disk, fourth is the migrating to premium storage. In first one, we can choose the premium storage to gain the high performance and like low latency disk support for our virtual machine, input output intensive. So this machine does it uses the premium storage facilities and store the data on solid state drive like SSDs. Then next is consider multiple storage disk. In Azure, we can attach several premium storage disks to a virtual machine. Using multiple disks gives our like application up to 256 TB of storage per virtual machine. With premium storage, our application can achieve 80,000 I/O operations per second per virtual machine. Now, the next one is managed disk. An Azure managed disk is disks are stored as page blobs. Blobs like it is an object that is in the way they are stored, which are a random I/O storage object. The disk is described as a managed because it is an abstraction over page blobs container, and Azure storage accounts. They are available in different types of disks like ultra solid state drives, premium SSD, standard SSD, and HDD. Now the last one is migrating to premium storage. For the best performance for your application, we like there it is recommendable that we need to migrate any virtual machine disk that requires high IOPS to premium storage. If our disk doesn't require high IOPS, then you can limit the cost by keeping it in a standard Azure storage. Now, now there is one point like Azure allow us to change the virtual machine size. We can also change the size of the virtual machine when the existing size and no longer meets our needs. So we can resize a virtual machine if our current hardware configuration allows it, like in the new size. Now now let's move to the knowledge check part. So here are we have three questions. Like you can see the first two questions. Let's take some time, few minutes or few seconds, whatever you want, few minutes, and let's check the answers. Now you can see the answers. You can match with your ones, and can also see the explanation here. If you guys have any doubt, please do ask.